So I had a hamster. It was my first ever official pet. Goldfish don't count, right? They only live for like 1 week before kicking the bucket, so I never really grew an attachment with my goldfish. But that all changed with my hamster. I honestly forgot what I named my hamster, so I'm gonna call him Gerald. The reason I got him was because I was annoying my mother with the one thing a kid can only dream of, having a pet. So I asked her almost every single day, and finally my mother broke. And she was also tired of buying me goldfish that was gonna die in 1 week. We went to PetSmart and I picked out a Robovorsky hamster. It was brown, I think, and I asked the dude if it's friendly. Oh no, it will bite me, but he'll be good to you. He's nice. He'll be friendly. When I heard that, I was reassured that I made the right choice. I finally got a pet. So what are you gonna name him? F. Scott Fitzgerald. Gerald for short. You fucking weirdo. So me and my mother got the materials to keep the hamster from unaliving. We got him those water thingies, a wheel, hamster food, and a plastic ball he can move around in. But the only thing missing was a cage. They were too expensive. So when a huge change comes to me, I'd feel the responsibility to tell everyone I know. I told my one cousin who owned a bunch of pets, and conveniently so, he was in the midst of getting rid of an old tank for his fish. So he gave it to us for our hamster. Finally, Gerald has a home. We got Gerald water where he can take sips from, and his exercise wheel, and I have no idea what this is called, but we have that, and a big ass tank. Gerald was essentially living in luxury, but he had to face a certain challenge almost every single day. Me. Whenever I get bored from binge watching Lab Rats, I get up and go grab my hamster and bother the fuck out of Gerald. Ow, that hurts! If you couldn't already tell, Gerald despised me. Even though the dude who sold me the pet said he would be friendly, Gerald would hide from me whenever he managed to free himself from my grip, and I'd have to ask my mother for help, and that's a whole thing. But pretty much from that day, I calmed down with me constantly picking him up. Gerald was nice to have, even though he bit me. But I still loved him. I would love putting him in a plastic ball and he could traverse around my house freely without the worry of him escaping. My sister, who was just a baby at the time, would love to see the hamster and play with Gerald, which, to be honest, I think Gerald preferred her over me, and I don't blame him. Anyways, me, my mom, and my dad would just watch a show at the end of the night, and the show we're currently watching was... It was me and my dad's favorite show. Both my parents, including me, would binge watch the fuck out of this show. And we got up to like the 5th season before like Netflix just stopped after that for some reason. And obviously my little sister did not care about what we were watching, so she would focus all of her attention on Gerald. Once I saw my sister put Gerald in this plastic ball, I was immediately concerned. But my parents reassured me that everything will be okay. So I just sat back and continued The Walking Dead. Dad? No! I looked and looked, but nothing. But eventually days passed, then weeks, then months. Nothing turned up. My family never held a funeral for Gerald because we never found a body. So technically he's still missing. For all we know, he might be out there. Oh, okay, he's dead.